What's up, you guys? It's your girl Sheena from the Tendin to Your Business podcast. I'm here at Never Mind podcast, and make sure you stay tuned for all the things we have for you.
Yo, we are back. GHOEing as we do.
Right.
Having a good time.
Right.
Yo, just real quick, another shout out. This portion of the show is going to be brought to you, as you see the products here, by Creed Natural Hair and Body Products. These products are formulated and developed by a good friend of mine, Miss Amina Lawson. You know, so definitely support her. You can get her products. She's at her salon, for one, which is in the Art District, Greensboro Art District. So you can go to the Creed hair salon to get her products. And she's also at the market now. What's the name of that new market they have down there with the what's it called? Deep Roots Market. She's in Deep Roots Market now, so you can actually go to the market and find her co-wash on the shelves now. So definitely congratulations to Amina and Ty. You know, y'all keep doing great things. That's what Aggies do, you know, once again. But guys, we got another special guest in the building. She could have been anywhere in the world, but she's here with us.
Come on now.
You know, and not only that, this is our first fellow Potter to come on to the show.
True.
You know, we got the host of Tendin to podcast. Miss Sheena's in the building. Give her a round of applause.
What's good?
Straight, you guys. I'm excited.
We're excited to have you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Look, like I said, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us.
I'm here with y'all.
So look, we're budding podcasters. You know, we're pretty new to the space. We're full steam ahead. Well, we see that, you know, you've been doing this thing for a minute. So how'd you jump into that space?
It started for me. I like to talk. I'm a gapper. So it was easy for me to be like, I just want to talk about something. My podcast started back in like 2020 during the pandemic. So it was like, I ain't got nobody else to talk to. I'm going to talk to my damn self.
There you go.
And then my first episode was actually in 2019. My grandmother, I had just got her son up for hospice care.
Okay.
And I was like, I got to clear my head. So my very first episode, I'm literally standing in the middle of the ocean, just talking into my phone because I don't know what else to do. Like, I'm stuck. I had just dropped her off at hospice. Like, how do you know? So like, I've dropped kids off at school. Right. So I just, you know, did what felt natural to me and then kind of kept doing it. I've gone through quite a bit. I was going through a divorce at the time. So figuring out co-parenting and what it's like to be divorced to your friend, because we're still very cool. And like, he was a big part of, he's a yapper too. So it was like, hey, come talk on my podcast. And it just kind of grew from there. We did a second season that was all about Black businesses. I'm talking to other businesses, women-owned businesses. I did 2 seasons of Black Men Matter. So just kind of jumped into the men that I knew. We talked about sports. We talked about healthcare. We talked about the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment is something I'm really big on. And I think the education of our community is optimal right now. So I just wanted to use my platform to give men a space to talk for 2 seasons. And then I kind of took a break. Life kind of happened again.
Right.
And then it just kind of fell back to what felt safe for me. And that was yapping. So I jumped back into it and, you know, started the video podcast. My first 4 seasons are all audio. I was like, I don't look half bad on camera. So let's figure out a camera component. I teamed up with a couple of, you know, recording companies here. And then one in Raleigh, TG3 Studios, shot them out for my podcast, but I had a good time, you know, recording that. And then we're taking a break. I'm only one person. I have another podcast called Queens of the Art that I do with HBCU Game Day that focuses on HBCU source and culture. So it's really fun. So we're ramping up into that. When I leave here, I'm going to go to the yard, get some stuff for that, and then meet up with my podcast host. She lives in New York. So anytime we try to see each other, we can get together and do a couple episodes or 2 as we lead into the basketball.
So she's coming here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we did Johnson C. Smith. We've been doing like a tour of the HBCUs. So
It was a
homecoming.
Doing it.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I've done Johnson C. Smith, and then we're here at A&T this week. Of course, I'll be at Mine WSSU next week. And then I've thought about traveling. I want to go to FAMU, which is also next week. So I don't know how I'm going to pull that off. I have some alumni stuff that I'm dedicated to during the week because I'm really big on giving back. I really want to speak to like endowments. Endowments are a lot, and we're attainable than a lot of people consider. We want to give booster, money to athletics or to certain programs, but having a scholarship in your name is really priceless. It really builds your legacy in your institution. So some stuff on the endowment committee next week, and then Return to Serve, where we meet the students and have a good time with them, and then work in the press box for the game. Right. So that'll be fun next week.
So you ain't got nothing going on then, huh?
You ain't got nothing going on. She ain't doing that.
You ain't doing nothing.
She ain't about that guy, okay?
Oh, she.
I'm not that busy.
Her schedule is open.
It's the weekends, all right? Like, I'm just busy on the weekends.
Don't you do guest hosting spots on another pod as well?
So yeah, I also did one Best Conversations. They're another podcast, and they're taking a break right now. They had some life changes, so they branched off, and Kayvon is doing another podcast right now that gives him an opportunity to talk all about Jay-Z. If you've ever seen it, the other one is all about everything is Jay-Z.
I follow him. He tried to send us the message. I saw what he's beginning to start now, and I think he has another partner that he's connecting with. So shout out to them. The word up.
I'm so proud of them over there. So yeah, and then when people call, I try to show it, especially for like podcasts that I watch. You know what I mean? It's like I watch you guys. When y'all post, I was like, oh, it's really neat to go. Now be on the couch with y'all. I was afraid we was gonna be in them tall chairs. I'm like, I don't know what's a chair.
Yeah, you were actually one of the first to reach out and like give us that support. So definitely appreciate it.
Absolutely. I try to, participate on social media, engage with you guys. And I like the message that y'all do. It's a lot of guys out here that I don't necessarily listen to or would want to promote their stuff. But y'all definitely have good conversations, and y'all hold each other accountable across the board, which is what I appreciate. So I'll be tuned in. I'm a fan.
Thank you. But it's good to hear that, because we would see it amongst ourselves just on the inside.
Absolutely.
But anybody on the outside looking in, it's good to hear things like that.
Right. So I have a question for you.
For sure.
So it sounds like when you first got started, it was kind of like you did the podcast up there because you had stuff going on with your grandmother, the other issues. What is driving you to keep doing, like, I heard you say 4 seasons audio, now you know the video. What's your driving force to, like, keep doing it? Because it is work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Mostly, I like to, so I can always find something to talk about. But I also have the platform, so I want to give other people opportunity to talk, to learn, to be a part of it. And I just, I'm a big proponent of do it scared. So a lot of times I'm doing things for the first time, and instead of just kind of hiding it and seeing it, I'll post it with mistakes or half-ass audio or have the lighting.
You see it. Still there.
Right, and it's always don't be that. And if it's until you uncover the problem, I know the problem exists. I just got to see it to be able to make improvements. Sometimes I don't know my lighting is bad until I've already recorded the episode, but I would have never known it was bad if I didn't record the episode. Some things aside. Yeah. And then I'm kind of against the grain. I don't want to jump and talk about the same topics that everyone is talking about, the relationships and how to this and the anti-relationships and the dating pool. It's just we got enough of that.
Right. Enough people talking about it too. It's
I don't want to hear it. So other ways that I can bring, opportunity to talk about other things. I've talked about sobriety and the lack thereof. I've talked about when I quit drinking for a while. I've talked about what it's like to co-parent now with my ex 10 years later. We talk about things that people don't talk about.
Yeah, and that can be very helpful to people, because like I said, people don't talk about it. They hold that stuff and they may bottle it, but they may not know how to talk.
Well, I tell you what, one thing I like that we talk about is things that people talk about in common conversation, so that other people can relate to, and they be like, "Well, I was thinking the same thing." That's the kind of conversations that we like to have, because we like to shed light on conversations that people sometimes might shy away from as far as bringing it to the crowd. But then when one person brings it to the crowd, everybody's like, "Yeah, I was thinking the same thing."
Even the point y'all made on the last episode about having a man versus a woman doctor, those are people talk about. But I'm very specific like that too. You know what I mean? There are certain times where I want a male doctor, and there are certain times where I want a female doctor. So, in your own quest for medical health, improvement, you should definitely have that.
Dr. Longfinger,
What's his number?
He come pop that glove.
They tell you go ahead and grab that. Get me out of here, ready? You know, all right, buddy.
So proud of y'all for having those conversations. Like, those are the things that people need to hear.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they can go, like, I'm almost 4 times at risk for, dying of cancer, not getting it. So those annual appointments, you have to make those. Okay, somebody thinks a big area, but it's the worst things that can happen to you. I promise you. I promise you. So, in the sake of your own health, I would rather, somebody stick a finger in my butt versus sticking me in the ground.
No, I mean, when you break it down like that,
right. So I would want to hear about that at the end of the day. Tell me about it. I know that's right. Let me rub your back. It's our responsibility as women to make y'all have these conversations and not to judge you. You know what I mean? You went to the talk today. Oh, he letting your butt.
Oh yeah.
Like nobody want to hear that.
Don't support me.
you still getting your prostate checked. Come on.
It's your second time this year.
It was a follow-up thing.
I mean, it's not by choice.
Right.
They be what I told you this morning. I go next month.
Oh, man.
It ain't that bad.
But you know what?
I promise you, it ain't that bad.
Like you say, I'd rather know now than know later down the line. When it's too late. There's nothing you can do about it. Listen, that's what we basically said. We like to joke about it, you know what I'm saying? But
You can bring humor to it, but you're still bringing awareness to it at the same time.
there's a message behind the joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, the message basically is go get yourself checked out.
Please.
Period. You know what I mean? Don't be embarrassed about it.
And to those that
All
get checked
those, your mouth,
and
your
to those that
dental
get
health.
checked out, you just know you are not alone.
They know your pain. They know what you're going through. Okay?
Throw your
I feel you. We get it.
Oh man, so tell me about being a female coming up in this space.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I think it's fairly easy. Okay. I think to start, like, people appearance wise, they're like, oh, I'm gonna listen to her. I can sit and watch her. Like, I would watch me on mute. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But there's some substance that have to come behind that. And I think that's where the longevity comes from, is being, like, oh, she's not just a face. Like, she's actually talking about something, and it's different than all the rest of these bitches. No shade to the bitches, right? Like, we need bitches in our podcast, right? Like, there's an audience for that.
Balance.
Exactly. There's also an audience for, I think, the things that I do. And because I have very much grasped the space of both sides, I focused on women for a season. I focused on men for 2 seasons. Like, I even brought my dad out. I have my son on my pod. Like, all the men that I know, I wanted to give them a platform. So I think really is, capturing the audiences, like intersectional audiences, I think has been very important. I'm not just looking for, just women to listen to my podcast or just men of a certain age to listen to my podcast. We try to, plan things that gets a big group of people that all still are, Black. They are, mid-level class wise, like there's a certain target audience, and don't let anybody fool you and tell you that you shouldn't have a target audience, because you should. Right. Because I got to know how to say, well, if I can say bitch on this, can I, and you got to receive it well, so I think that has really helped out for the longevity and just the consistency. Sometimes you got to jump in and jump out, and I've learned to cycle through it, like to say, okay, I'm gonna have a season now, I'm gonna be off for a season. So that way I don't get inconsistent. And then now my listeners are like, all right, she's getting 10 episodes in and then bitch taking a break. So like, y'all know what it is.
They know the flow.
But at the same time, I try to join on other podcasts and get on other people's platform to say, hey, these are, and I have never been on a podcast that I haven't already watched. So that's something that's important to me. I want to know who the hell y'all are before. And I don't want to get up here and like set myself up. I fight. Okay? I fight. And I'd hate to have to take y'all out. But I try to make sure to really, like, even, like, you guys are all guys, you know what I mean? So even give another space to say, hey, the girls are listening, and here's what we think too.
Definitely. And that's kind of why we had the Victoria, and because we know we have females listening as well, and we want to let them know that, hey, we hear you, because we get input from them as well. DMs, hey, bring this subject up, bring that subject up. So we hear it, and we definitely want to keep you listening. You know, so we definitely, everybody got wives at home.
Yeah.
We're giving you that perspective as well, coming from husbands with wives and families and things like that. So it's like, it's a balance.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely, Chuck.
Yeah.
I think that's really helpful too. As a listener, like especially as a woman on the other side of listening to the podcast, and it's normally like, oh, they about to start some shit. You know,
Right,
it's like,
right.
okay, these guys got women to go home to, so y'all ain't gonna start no shit too.
Right.
then.
Nope.
But
Ah, never mind.
That's the name of the show.
That's why we made the show. Now.
Don't start no more.
that makes it real easy to relate to, and and listen to consistently over and over and over again, because I know it might be some bullshit for a second, but we gonna have fun. We gonna really learn something every episode.
Right. So with us, it's 6 of us in the camp. So it's easy to bounce off ideas and come with things that are fresh, topics that, continue to be fresh.
Yeah.
But it's just you. How do you continue to reinvent, come up with topics that interest people, keep people coming back to see what else you got to say, things like that? How do you go through that process?
So I'm very close to social media. I have a really big Twitter following, X or whatever you guys call it. So there's day-to-day conversations that I'm a part of, and I try to keep myself. I listen to all the YN music. I listen to, I got boys. My oldest is 21 and my youngest is 10. So I got a good span on their side, because I got myself, which I think to be, still pretty young and vibrant.
Right.
And then my oldest, who is, I wouldn't call him a YN by any means. He's probably more on the alternative side, but he's still very connected in his, his age range. And then we got my youngest, and everything is 6'7". 6'7".
Oh my God! You're not there.
Right.
No matter how 6'7",
Right.
like
Everything is 6'7". Or robots.
6'7",
right?
6'7". I'm like, come on, whatever.
So I think it gives me an opportunity. Yeah. And then I'm the oldest of, there's 5 or 6 of us. So my youngest sibling is 21. So I still got a good range of folks there. So it's just I never left, I'm always at the peak of whatever generation is happening. So I try to stay abreast of that, and then try to keep the conversations going around that. And then it's real easy when everyone's talking about the same thing. You just find something else to talk about. And it's real easy to talk about myself. Most of my podcast stuff is just shit that I already been through. Yeah. So I could go on an infinite amount of, stories or examples. Yeah, things I've been through.
So you don't mind putting shining that light on yourself and just telling,
ain't nobody gonna beat my ass about it,
into what you want to put out there to the people.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's the stuff you shy away from. Right. Yeah, I don't. I mean, again, and it has never stopped me from doing anything. We get so wrapped up in people's interpretation or perception. Oh, they're gonna look at me funny. Look at me funny. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You look funny.
What's a big confidence in yourself?
Exactly.
That is self-confidence.
And it's I didn't go through it to keep it to myself. I went through it to tell somebody else. So they either don't go through it or don't feel so bad going through it. You know what I mean? So I try to also keep that in mind, that, you go through things for the sake of, how you can share it on the other end. So it ain't nothing I'm ashamed. It's not a single thing I've ever done to be shame or have to worry about, somebody gonna think less of me. You think it's my ass. You know what I mean? What are we gonna do?
Right.
And then when you put it out there, you realize you're not the only one.
No, absolutely not.
That's what you really find out. You got a whole lot of people that can relate to your
And
struggles.
that's what connects you.
Let you know in the comments too.
Yeah. And they,
Oh my goodness, the comments. Sometimes they can be crazy, but sometimes somebody will come in here and pour their whole life. And you be like, I'm so glad I opened my mouth, because now they have an opportunity to share. It's so cleansing to just get some shit off your chest.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It can be
Because you think that,
therapeutic.
this is so specific. Nobody ever been through this. This mom, I'm going through the same thing.
Yep.
I went
Yep.
through it.
And I tell you,
She's still on top. She's still, making a way. She's still
Inspiration.
figuring out a way to get through it.
yeah, because that's what we do. We use it as therapy as well. I mean, we joke and laugh, but we do get some things off to where it's we get our brothers' perspectives on things that we might be going through. Right. You might slide in a question that you really got going on in your household, and you get 5 other perspectives of it to come up with whatever you want to come up with, but it helps you out to come up with a plan.
Just sometimes you think it a lot, or you call it apart, you get to say it.
Yeah, say it out loud.
Yeah.
Very therapeutic. You know what I mean?
So, Sheena, what's next? What you got coming up?
What we got coming up? We're coming into basketball season. So I love me college. I love college sports in general. So right now it's all college football for me.
What's your favorite team?
No, I also can you narrow it down? Favorite team for what?
Basket. Oh, well, let's go college basketball.
College basketball. Favorite team is the Hurricanes, Miami Hurricanes.
Okay.
Coach Larry was.
I was gonna say, I see your colors. What you doing?
This is actually FAMU. This is from HBCU FC. Yeah,
okay.
this is to FAMU, but so I'm supporting them today. But I'm a diehard Miami Hurricanes fan. Football, basketball,
Football right this year.
What about Crow?
I don't know. I used to be a big Colts fan. And I love with Peyton Manning when he was at Tennessee.
Yeah.
And I followed him to the Colts, and then of course got it. Got into SEC ball. I was in the SEC ball, baby. And then I lived in Mississippi for 2001 to 2003. So Mississippi State out in the Starkville area. And, the SEC ball was where I started it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Big.
that's big
I was
football.
definitely started off, being a Tennessee fan, and then Peyton Manning went to the Colts, and I fell in love with the Colts. Marvin Harrison, Wayne Pay, Edge, right, exactly. So yeah, I see. So college football. I hated Mike Vick for a long time and Marcus Vick for a long time when we played Virginia Tech and lost in the damn bowl. Ooh, when we started.
Shout out to them boys.
Right now I don't really have. I have some players that I really like. Cam Scatterby, one of my favorite.
Come on now. She know a little something, don't she?
Right now he did.
She know a little something, don't she? Up. All right, we got up in the kitchen.
Their favorite player, they gonna say Scatterby.
Yeah, my boy killing it right now.
Well, I'm about to get a jersey. Don't worry.
Dude,
Next
crazy.
spot.
He's crazy. I love it. I love being a big wild player. Like he don't have no fear, and I love that. Sean Merriman was one of my favorites for that same reason. Just like I'm gonna run you over, and it's like, sir, you're a tight end. Calm down. Like, woo, calm down, Otter boy.
Oh, man.
But who else? Those are my favorites at the top of the list. We got to shout out WSSU. We're not doing the greatest in any sport, right? Except for cross country. And shout out to the powerhouse, okay?
My fan, my governor with them
Yes,
states.
shout out to the Rams.
Swear it up.
Okay. So before we let you go, we got a portion of the show that we do is called One's Gotta Go.
Okay.
Okay. So we do pick four of anything, any subject. And out of those four, one's got to go.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to bring you into this one. This one is for some movies we got coming up.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we got Brown Sugar,
Okay.
Love and Basketball, Love Jones, Poetic Justice. One's got to go.
Brown sugar.
Ooh, that was quick. That was quick.
That was easy for me.
That was quick. Okay. No, but why? Why?
She gonna break it down for us. That was quick.
Yeah, that was too quick.
I don't know. Well, up against the others, it felt a little made for TV-ish.
Okay.
And I don't, as a woman, I don't really care. I don't know. It was like, he was like it felt like it was a BET exclusive type movie. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying anything wrong with that. But one, Poetic Justice had, so here's why the others are on the, okay. Janet Jackson is my favorite Jackson. And nobody was, okay, Janet Jackson. Right. And then we have Love and Basketball, which is sports.
That's my favorite.
That one touched my heart. It's hard to get away from that one.
Tugged my heartstrings.
And then Love Jones, oh my God, that's such a passionate story. And then, I mean, to me, of all of those, like, Brown Sugar, it's not like for the culture, but like if you were to see like a top 10 list, I mean, Tay Diggs is such a theater kid. I love Tay Diggs.
Tay Diggs here and there.
I love Tay Diggs. Another side. I mean, I was, but I wasn't a fan of it more than the other one.
I'm a fan of Lorenz Tate more than.
Nah, I'm with you on Lorenz Tate, but I mean, ain't nothing wrong with Tate's. This ain't got nothing to do with Tate's. It just didn't stick out to me the same way that the other ones.
She said brown sugar was quick.
I mean,
But that breakdown was kind of helped. I mean,
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
I get
Because when we
Poetic justice.
a lot of us, the majority of us chose poetic justice.
Yeah.
And
what?
yeah, well, I said the majority, but so you know, so but what did you say?
Brown sugar.
Okay, who'd you choose, Jay?
I chose Love and Basketball.
Love and Back. Yeah, what I'm saying.
I can see that though. People have made the argument of why
Love and
basketball is
basketball?
So what I know I was.
He said,
He'll pick one person.
I mean, that was me. I picked Poetic Justice for Janet Jackson. So
Yeah. Gotta respect it. Gotta respect it. But
what's up?
listen, I want to thank you once again for coming through, stopping by during GHOE. It has been an ultimate pleasure for us. And we definitely want you back. You know, whenever you got anything, I mean, whether you just coming through or you got something you want to promote, please come back through. You know what I mean? And everybody, please check out her podcast as well, Tendin 2 Podcast.
Check her out.
Once again, give a round of applause for Miss Sheena.
Hey, it's the Naughty Behind Podcast, baby.
Nah, never mind.
Let's go.